Helix DB is a new entrant in the vector databases. It is a high-performance graph vector database built in Rust that's designed for RAG and AI applications. It combines the reliability of LMDB storage with modern features tailored for AI and vector-based applications. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video we are going to install this Helix DB locally, and I will also show you how you can use it for general purposes or your AI powered applications. If this is the first time you are visiting the channel, please subscribe and like the video. So Helix DB is not only a new entrant, but it is trying to bring a fresh perspective to all of these vector embeddings. So what happens here is that it stores the relationship between nodes, vectors, or nodes and vectors within the graph, and then it uses LMDB or Lightning Memory Mapped database for robust and efficient data persistent. Another cool thing is that it is ACID compliant, which ensures data integrity and consistency. Plus it has got native support for RAG or retrieval augmented generation. Primarily what that means is that you take your own data, you convert it into numerical representation or vectors with a vector model, and then you store it in a vector store like Helix DB. So that is a quick intro to Helix DB, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. But for now, let's try to get it installed and we will see how it works. I'm going to use an Ubuntu system, but you can use it on Windows, Mac, or wherever you like. If you're looking to rent a VM or GPU or CPU on very good prices, you can find the link to Master Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. Okay, first up, let's download the CLI of this Helix DB, and this is going to download it. And it is running the bash script. While it runs it, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. And the Helix CLI is installed, as you can see, and you can ignore these warnings. Let me clear the screen. And you can check out the version of Helix like this. And this is the CLI, and now we need to install the Helix itself, which is a database. So let's install it with Helix install command. And you can see that it has also installed it, and it has also created all of these directories. So Helix is installed. Now next up, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a new project directory. Maybe I will just call it Helix project, something like this. And once you are in that project, all you need to do, you need to first initialize the path where you are creating that project. This is going to create some files. Let me run it and then show you what I mean. So as soon as you run it, you can see that it has created a file for schema, file for queries, and then a configuration file. Let me open this in my VS Code and show you these files. So these are the three files it has created. This is a schema file. It comes up with some of the sample schema, but I'm just going to remove the default one and show you a very simple schema for the user, where we have defined this user in a node just like we do in a graph. And this graph has these properties: name, age, and created at. And then we have just defined a relationship or edge, which means that there is a friendship. That edge knows this, so this node has this relationship. Okay, so this is a schema we have defined, and then we need to go to the queries.hx file. Again, it comes with some sample data. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to define these queries here. The first query adds a user with all the attributes which we defined in the schema, and then we are retrieving the user with this query. This is for one user, this is for all user, and this is where defining the relationship or edges. As you can see that there is user 1 and there is user 2, and this is a relationship that this user knows this user. So user 1 knows user 2 and we are passing it a value. This is just to show you a sample of how the queries work here. So we have defined our queries, if we have defined our schema, and if you go to config, it just simply shows you that what sort of vector configuration you are using, and if you are using any embedding model. In this case it comes with this default embedding ADA model, which is sort of a seminal model for embeddings. Okay, so let me take you my terminal, and now from the root of the repo where you have all of these files, simply run this command helix check to validate your schema and queries. And you can see that now the query and the schemas have been validated successfully without any errors. And now we can deploy our Helix DB by simply running this command. And it is being deployed, so let's wait. And there you go. So our Helix DB is all running, instance is up, and we have also these endpoints available. Now let me show you a Python script which will be using the client to access this database from this system. This is a sample code which shows you the basic functionality of this Helix DB. Now let's suppose that we have our own data, we have converted it into vectors, which is a numerical representation, and we are inserting that vector into this Helix DB. As you can see here, that we are calling this insert operation after getting it initialized, and by the way it runs on port 6969. Once that's done, we test it out, and then we are also running a similarity search. So it's a basic vector similarity functionality with minimal complexity, just to show you how this Helix DB works. Now if you can do this, you can insert any amount of data, and then you can primarily build your RAG pipeline on top of it. So let me take you back to my terminal and run this. So there you go. So as soon as I have run it, you see that it has inserted this record. This was a vector, and it has tested that my vector DB is running here. So, and then you can also check out a bit more just to see that which instances are running. For example, if you just want to check out, because you can run multiple instances, I believe. So this is the instance which is running at the moment here. And you can see that how quick that was. And now let me show you a real world example. So if you look at this script, this is using sentence transformer. If you don't have it installed, just install it with pip. So this script is a semantic document search system using Helix DB as a vector database. So what it is doing, if you scroll down after initializing this, it is simply taking these 5 documents. I have just put it as a line here, but of course you can load any files, and then it is on different topics from programming to machine learning and stuff. It converts each document into a high dimensional vector representation using sentence transformer, and then stores it in the Helix DB, and then it performs the semantic search queries where users can search using natural language phrases, as you can see here. So we have the documents, we have the queries. Let's try it out, and we are actually converting it into the embedding with the help of sentence transformer, and you can use any embedding model of your choice. You see that it is downloading the model. There you go. This is what I'm very impressed by, its speed. So after downloading the default model, it is showing us that okay, these were the documents which were added to Helix DB. After it added, it has run the queries and it has given us the responses back. These are the similar results as per document. So very quick, and this was just a mock sample, but of course you can create your own, and then all you have to do is to point to the document, load it, convert it to the embedding, and there are heaps of embedding models which we have covered on the channel. I also have done some comparison between vector databases. If you're interested, check it out. Just search with vector databases. That's it. If you like the content, please like the video and share it. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.